but from Chris Hemsworth as a leading man.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
He was very good.
I wrote this down. I might have written this down in my Letterboxd. I can't remember. Is this Chris Hemsworth's best performance ever?
Are we taking out Thor?
Are we putting in Thor?
Yeah, Thor is a good performance.
It's good. Is it better than this?
I think it is. I think it is.
Thor has a lot of bad writing behind him in some of his movies.
Yeah.
Like, Thor 2 and Thor 4 are pretty bad.
They are pretty bad. Was Barry Keoghan even in this movie?
Why is he or was he?
Was he? No one will really know. Because he never took off his dang friggin' helmet.
Yeah. Honestly, they could have gotten a freaking body double.
But we'll get to that.
Of his stuff.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Stole My Line, a Fireside Film Podcast. I'm taking it from you.
Fine.
It's mine.
Take it.
A Fireside Film Podcast. I'm Drew.
And I'm Grant.
Wow, that feels
so wrong.
I felt dirty.
Yeah, that feels wrong.
What are your thoughts on Crime 101, Grant?
I'm high on Crime 101.
You are very high.
On Crime 101. let's put that in there. Not high.
The context of the previous sentence
is important.
Well, yes.
Yeah, I thought Crime 101 was great. And I knew going into that the reviews were good. I watched the trailer and I wasn't super like, I want to go see that.
Really, I was intrigued just because of the cast.
The cast is great. That is one of the things that intrigued me is like, oh, this cast is very good. But also Chris Hemsworth isn't known for making banger movies all the time.
That is, well, I mean, Extractions, they're not terrible.
I know, but that's the thing. Like, he's known for making Extractions.
Yeah.
Those types of movies, you know? And I guess Thor. And so, for him to be in a crime thriller, I was like, I think he's trying something different, or this movie's bad. Or, like, mid.
Yeah.
And he's trying something different. It was the first one of those, which is great. So, I knew the cast was great. I mean, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo. There's a ton of people in this. Barry Keoghan, Nick Nolte. Like, there's a lot of great people in this. So, I went into it not knowing much, and I left the theater feeling that was really cool.
Yeah,
that was a great theater watching experience. I saw it. I don't know if it's an IMAX. I saw it just standard, and it was great. So, what did you think of Crime 101?
I thought, I also came in with like minimal information.
Yeah.
And I was kind of expecting a mid movie.
Yeah.
And it was not a mid movie.
No,
it was very good.
Yeah.
I think performances were, I don't want to say surprisingly solid, but from Chris Hemsworth as a leading man.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
He was very good.
I wrote this down. I might have written this down in my Letterboxd. I can't remember. Is this Chris Hemsworth's best performance ever?
Are we taking out Thor?
Are we putting in Thor?
Yeah, Thor is a good performance.
It's good. Is it better than this?
I think it is. I think it is.
Thor has a lot of bad writing behind him in some of his movies.
Yeah.
Like, Thor 2 and Thor 4 are pretty bad.
They are pretty bad.
And so I'm not saying his performance is necessarily bad or anything. Okay, it might be his best performance. Thor might be.
I think.
But, like, that's the thing. It's like, this is a more emotionally involved performance overall. Like, percentage-wise.
From Chris Hemsworth?
Yes. Like, I'm saying the percentage of this movie that I was emotionally invested in his character was higher than the percentage of Thor that I've been invested in.
Okay.
For
so
all
from
Thor.
you connecting to his performance.
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt very connected to him as a character. And, like, you understand him and everything. I thought that was really great. So.
I thought he killed it here. I think Thor is his best performance.
And I really liked Halle Berry and Mark Ruffalo, too, as
they were
kind
very
of
good.
their own versions of the main character. Like,
yeah.
They were all really, really great. And I think it's a testament to the writing of this movie. This movie is very well written and very well directed. So I think that's why I'm really high on it too. Is it brings out the best of these actors and actresses, but also the script behind them, like the characters are super well written. So
yeah, I agree.
I hadn't heard of this director too. I don't know what else he's done or
he is.
If anything,
Bart Layton.
Yeah, not heard of this guy. So yeah, I don't know. Are you looking at what else he's done?
Yeah, he did American Animals, which I've heard a lot of people talk about, but it seems to be about it. I mean, he's done a lot of other
little things. Yeah. I mean, this is great though. So.
But yeah, I think the structure of this movie was super interesting because it's just kind of a slow burn.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of bouncing from like character to character. which I really liked. I liked that, like...
You're going to laugh. This is very Game of Thrones in, like, how this happens. Like, I'm going to be so for real. You have all these main characters that don't seem connected, and then they end up being connected, and then they come together at the end of it. This is Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Not actually, but...
Well, that's more intriguing now.
Yeah. This is how we have a running joke with Game of Thrones, but... yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I loved how... And I think I was equally invested in each of their stories.
Yes.
Which I think is a testament to the writing.
Totally. Well, and I think, too, I haven't been, like, watching a lot of Mark Ruffalo or Halle Berry or Chris Hemsworth recently. Like, maybe some more Barry Keoghan, but not even a lot of him. So, like, now he's, like, more of a side character than the main three.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool to watch this movie and be like, man, all these three actors are very talented and doing great work still. It's really cool. So
I literally just watched Zodiac.
Oh, dude, Zodiac. Zodiac is very good.
A week ago. And Mark Ruffalo, I mean, he doesn't play the same character. I'm not saying that. But he plays a detective cop.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, wait. It's Mark Ruffalo playing a detective cop again.
Yeah. This feels a little bit like a David Fincher spiritual successor.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Now, it's maybe a little bit more. I know a lot of people have talked about Heat in context with this movie, which I'm going to go ahead and say I have not seen Heat yet. I'm sorry. It's on my watch list. But it feels a little bit like, I think it's just like the Night LA vibes gave me a lot of Drive, gave me a lot of Nightcrawler. Like that vibe mixed with a lot of David Fincher stuff too. So, I mean, and it's a great combination. Like it's really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But what else do you want to talk about?
You want to get into spoilers? Or do you have
Yeah.
anything else?
I mean, this movie's great. Go watch it.
It is very good.
That's all I got to say.
And I mean, I think it's like when it comes to supporting movies, this is an original-ish thing.
Hopefully.
With good performances.
Yes.
And it's just like... It's a very entertaining movie.
It's going a little bit against the grain, too, on, like, it's not a blockbuster superhero movie.
Right.
It's not CGI heavy. Like, I mean, everything felt very grounded. The opening sequence was great. Like, there's a lot of really great stuff that I want more of this from Hollywood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if you're into that, if you're like, oh, Hollywood doesn't put anything good out, go watch Crime 101 and then come back to this, because there's still great stuff out there, and this is a great example. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, if you haven't seen Crime 101, go watch it. It's really, really good, and we're going to talk about spoilers. So let's dive right into it.
Let's get into it.
So I did not know any of the context of these characters. I knew that Chris Hemsworth was, like, the crime guy.
Yeah.
And I guess I kind of knew Mark Ruffalo was, like...
The detective.
The detective. I thought, when I started the movie, I thought this was going to be just about crime in general, and that all three of them were into crime.
Ooh, that would have been kind of cool.
Well, because Halle Berry was doing the art thing, and she looked at that art piece, and I was like, oh, she wants to steal that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of set up and becomes a factor later. And then I was like, oh, I guess Mark Ruffalo's a thief in his own way. And then I was like, oh, no, he's the detective.
Wait, no, just...
But that kind of goes towards what I'm going to say is I couldn't really predict the story here. Like,
yeah.
In a good way. Like, I do think the story wasn't intentionally trying to be unpredictable, but I was just like, I don't know where we're going, but I'm along for the ride. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very well written, and you're invested in each character. I think Chris Hemsworth's character is kind of like...
Yeah, Mike. Well, James, but Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a vigilante, but, like, he's like a criminal with, like, a good heart. Or, like, a tragic backstory.
Like rules. Yeah.
So it's like...
it's a little bit of Robin Hood. Like,
it is a little bit.
He's stealing from the guys that you can steal from. And he's not even really stealing from them. Like, it kind of becomes like he's stealing from the insurance companies that are like... And that's the whole, like, factor of this movie. Because he knows that everything's covered by insurance, and he doesn't really want to hurt people. And so you kind of love him, even though he's not doing good stuff.
He's a likable criminal.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think his backstory is serviceable. Like, he grew up poor.
Yeah.
And
here's something I want to say about this movie, but you can finish your thought first.
Well, I was just... No, you go.
This movie does a great job of backstory for everybody. Because
this is interesting. Okay.
You get just enough for literally every single character to know a little bit of their motivation, but this movie does not spend time really going deep on anybody.
I kind of wanted more.
Right, but that's the thing. It leaves you wanting a little more. But like, here's a great example of Barry Keoghan's character, who I have right here. It's Orman.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have known his name, but he kind of enters the picture or whatever. And Nick Nolte is like, "Hey, like, I want you to do this job," and he's like, "Well, like, yeah, my dad always said this," and Nick Nolte says, "You're not your dad," and that's the only backstory context that we get
for
this character. But that's enough to know, like, he's trying to kind of live up to his father's standard or whatever, or like his father's legacy, and that's all the movie gives you, and it's great. I feel like you get that for a lot of these characters too. Like, a lot of its context clues or little quips here or there. Like, Mark Ruffalo has this kind of divorce-ish scene, but you don't go deep on that. Like,
yeah,
I think the deepest you go is Chris Hemsworth, and you don't even get a ton about him. So I don't know, I just commend the movie for that. It doesn't give you like exposition backstory that's really tedious, and so I don't know. Sorry, you could give your thoughts on that too, though.
No, I mean, I think I wanted more backstory from Chris Hemsworth, and I know that that's kind of the point of, like, he doesn't give his backstory to anyone, so therefore why should he give it to the audience? And
sure.
like, I like that in a meta sense, but also from a storytelling perspective.
Yeah,
I'm like, I want to know about the guy who's the protagonist.
yeah.
Everyone else I was kind of fine. I mean, I low-key think Barry Keoghan was a complete waste. Just the
A
fact,
waste
like,
of him or a waste of the character?
Well, a waste of him. He just felt so plot devicey of, like,
He was very
when we
plot
need him to beat someone up, he will be there.
I mean, yeah, he's the wild card, but it kind of sets up well. Like, he's doing what he's instructed to do. Like, in the hotel sequence at the end of the movie, he was doing exactly what he was instructed to do, and then he made the decision that his character, who is, like, inherently the wild card, would make. So even though it's a little plot devicey, it still feels like, oh, that's what he would do in this given situation. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but...
No, I mean, I think when he's on screen, I agree, but, like, it felt like we were following Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, and Chris Hemsworth, and then we never followed Barry.
Which is fine, I feel like.
I know, but he was marketed as a fourth lead.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he is Barry Keoghan and not... Like, I think the casting of a A-list star implies that he will have A-list things to do.
Sure.
And I think he had C-list things to do, except for maybe the final scene.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I see where you're coming from there. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but
Okay.
I feel like that's splitting hairs a little bit. But I do think he was a little plot devicey. I see where you're coming from there. But I do feel like every character was making decisions that their character would make too. Like, you feel like you know the context of every single character's decisions, and like how Mark Ruffalo and his character, he just wants to find this guy and he knows he's right. So every decision he makes, he's like, I am just trying to find this guy because I know I'm right. And then Halle Berry just gets screwed over this whole time by these higher ups at this insurance place, and she's just she reaches her breaking point and then gets involved in this crime stuff, and then
I thought Halle Berry's arc was super interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, and I thought that her resolution, like her character resolution, was very interesting too, as it relates to Mark Ruffalo's character and how he kind of...
What do you mean by... Break that down.
Well, okay, so like at the end of the movie, like she kind of like fesses up or whatever and gets Mark Ruffalo like involved in stuff, and then he keeps the diamonds and gives them to her. Like, I just thought, oh, that's very interesting that he would kind of go against the standard or code there, and like, I don't know, but this is what I really want to get at, is this movie straight up has a happy ending. Like,
yeah, it does.
Like, we are heavy on the happy ending here. Do you think that's better or worse for Crime 101?
I think that's interesting. I think for this movie, I liked it. If you ask me, should crime thrillers have happy endings, I think my gut is no.
But for this one, you're like, yeah.
I think for this one, I think the characters are very likable, and
yes,
again, Chris Hemsworth is kind of a Robin Hood type of guy, so you're like, I don't want him to die.
Yeah,
and I think you want him to get, like, you kind of agree with, what is her name?
Maya.
Yeah. I think she is the most. Like, when Chris Hemsworth is straight up lying, you're like, and when they're
want him to say, I'm a thief.
You're like, I wanted you to say I'm a thief, and I'm going to stop, and I want you to be with this girl and leave.
Which you get that resolution at the end of the movie.
And so it's like,
really right. So
I don't hate it in this movie.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you would be lower on the ending, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the happy ending, and I think this movie it's not really trying to say a ton.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like, it's just a crime thriller that's very well written, very well directed. So that's maybe what keeps its like ceiling a little lower. But
Yeah.
I still think it's good, and the ending's really, really good. So.
I didn't love Mark Ruffalo's ending.
Really?
I mean, I don't. Maybe I just didn't understand it. But like him finding the car, and then like the fade to white. I was like,
I think he kind of just
Okay.
achieves his freedom. That
yeah, okay.
like he's accomplished his goal. He's knocked off the crime 101.
He did what he's been trying to do
101
for 10 years. or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think also he's like kind of getting some freedom from his relationship and his wife and all this stuff too that was really bogging him down.
I
So
thought him and Halle Berry were gonna get together.
I kind of did too.
Yeah.
I thought they were, and maybe. Well, here's something I wanted to ask about. This movie might be successful. I don't know how well it did at the box office, but
My answer is no to your question.
do you think that there will be a sequel as the first one, and do you think that there should be a sequel?
No, I do not think there should be a sequel.
That's not what I said. The
Oh,
first
wait.
question, though, do you think there will be a sequel?
Ugh.
I don't want them to do a sequel. I want this to be a one and done. Like,
Yeah, I think it totally should be one and done.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be a sequel.
I'm game. I am game for that. Do you think there will be a prequel?
No.
Maybe. I don't know. This is Hollywood, man.
I don't think this movie is going to do well enough for a prequel or a sequel.
We'll see. I don't know. I haven't done any research. My theater, fun fact, was very invested in this movie. It was like decently full. Too.
Okay, good.
Yeah. There were like people were laughing at the jokes. Like I was laughing at the jokes, but like people were laughing when Mark Ruffalo started doing yoga. They were loving it. And it was hilarious too. Like I think it was great.
My theater had like, I also went Thursday night. So
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
my theater had like 4 people.
Okay. Yeah. No, my theater was loving a lot of the humor, which this movie does humor pretty well because there's not a ton of jokes, but there's a lot of great character moments that are funny.
And I think this is something I want to talk about with you is like a technical element that I love and I think is underappreciated in most movies is the editing.
Yes, editing was huge.
It, like, I love cross editing, and I
Yeah,
think
like these match cuts and stuff that are
the perfect example of this is like Silence of the Lambs. Little spoiler. Well, actually, it's kind of a just the house at the end. If you know, you know.
Yes.
But when you cut to something and the audience thinks it's like when Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo are getting dressed
Yes.
at the end,
Yes.
and it's cutting between them, and you think it's the same person, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's sick.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like, oh, like I want to go eat
Yes,
something different,
yes,
and then it
that was
opens
great,
to a
that was
menu
great.
of burgers.
But
then
it's Mark
It's
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Ugh.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot of that great stuff that makes the movie feel a little more seamless. The Duffer Brothers actually do this a lot in
Yeah,
Stranger
the
Things.
Duffer Brothers are very good.
I was thinking that like halfway through, like they do that a ton with a lot of their editing, which I think is great, you know, to a certain extent too. So, I thought that was just another really great. It just you could tell that the filmmakers knew what they were doing here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very very good. And I just gotta say, the action scenes are really really great. Like
Completely
the
agree.
opening car chase is really really great. There's a lot of great stuff in here that just kind of feels like, oh, this is a good movie from Hollywood that I kind of grew up watching too. Like, I mean, I remember being 15 and watching like Nightcrawler and Drive and heck, even Baby Driver. Like some of those
Yeah.
movies, like I was getting a little bit of that here, and I thought it was really really good. So, yeah,
Yeah, I think. I mean, even like the opening shot. I mean, literally the opening shot is like, all right, because I mean, it's the upside down of the city, then it starts rotating, and I'm like, it's just not. That's not necessarily normal, and it just has a little bit of flair, and
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I am invested, and this is interesting.
between the editing and then also the cinematography and the soundtrack, which was
The soundtrack was good.
very good.
Yeah.
For the movie, it's not like all world, but it was very good for this movie. This movie had style. And that's something
Yeah,
that
this movie had a little bit of flair.
yeah, just enough to give it like a distinct feel.
Yeah, I agree,
Didn't
I
have that
agree, I
Hollywood
agree.
glazed over CGI look that
Yeah.
you're kind of accustomed to now. So I thought that was very very good too.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah. Well, anything else you want to talk about with Crime 101?
It's a very good movie. If you haven't seen it, and you just want like an entertaining action movie,
Yeah.
crime thriller, go watch it.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
good.
Let's get into our rating. Because okay, first, you rated this 3.5 stars on
Yeah.
Letterboxd.
Okay.
Tell me your reasoning.
Okay. Well, okay. I think a lot of my recent reviews, if you follow me on Letterboxd, have kind of suffered from this mentality switch that has happened in my head. Grant recently switched the way he ranks things.
Yes, I did.
And you said 3 is good. And the more I've thought about this, I'm like, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think 3 stars is good.
Because it used to be 4 stars is everything that's like normally good.
Exactly.
And 3 stars is not that good. Then I was like, wait, what is 1 and 2 stars?
Exactly.
Like, it just didn't make sense. So I've associated every star and half star with like a meaning in my mind.
So I'm really trying to embed in my head that 3 stars is an average movie. And I was like, okay, I literally spent, like, leaving the theater, I probably spent 20 minutes in my car deliberating between 3.5 and 4 stars.
Really?
Which is ridiculous.
That's hilarious.
So stupid. But I said, okay, if 3 is average, this movie
is above average.
is definitely above average.
What is 4 for you then?
I think 4 is great. 4 is a great movie.
Okay.
4.5 is almost perfect. 5 is like a perfect movie.
I think that is that's exactly what I wrote on my Letterboxd.
Okay, yeah.
I think we're in the same boat there.
So I'm like, is this movie above average or great? And I think it's great. I think I'm going to update my Letterboxd.
Okay.
I think I was lower coming off because it was just, I was tired. It was a late Thursday.
It was, yeah.
And
late Thursday. It was a long movie.
It was a long. That's another thing. I don't think it earns its runtime. I think there's a little bit of fat that could be trimmed.
Yeah, I was about the hour and a half mark. I was like, wow, I'm really invested in this. I was like, I wonder how much longer we have. Like, I hope it's been 2 hours past. And I looked, we have another 50 minutes. I'm like, okay. But then once we got into the third act, I was like, okay. Like,
yeah,
I'm into
I
this.
agree.
So, yeah.
So, I'm gonna update my Letterboxd to 4.
Okay.
You gave it 4.5.
I was very high on this movie leaving, and here's my reasoning. I don't think it's because this movie is all world. Like, it is very, very good. I don't think it's near perfect. I think it is very good for what it is trying to be, too. It executes it very well. I think I was high on this movie because I'm glad that it exists, and I want people to go see it. So I'm going to update it and bump it down to 4 because I think this is a great movie. I don't think this is a near perfect movie. I don't think, like Schindler's List has 5 stars in my book.
Right.
This isn't a half star down from Schindler's List.
Well, Schindler's List is also such a unique movie.
Right, but Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's
like,
better.
I mean,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
are
yeah.
a bunch of 5-star movies out there, and then also I just rate some of my favorites a 5-star as well. But this isn't a half star down from Fellowship of the Ring, you know?
Yeah, but yeah.
So I'm gonna bump it down to 4. I am high on this movie because of what it accomplishes, though.
Yeah.
So, but our actual rating, I'm actually torn here.
Really?
Yeah.
I am gonna say see it in theaters.
Can we double up? Can we do 2?
No.
I think you should go see this in theaters and buy it on Blu-ray.
I don't think it's Blu-ray.
I think I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray.
Really?
I am down to settle and see it in theaters, but I think people should watch this movie a lot. I think it's great.
I think this conversation has made me want to rewatch it. So,
can we do 2? Can we do 2 at once?
Well, I think in our ranking, Blu-ray includes go see in theater because it's the highest one.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you willing to bump it up to Blu-ray?
I don't know.
Are we this high on Crime 101?
Give me a 30-second pitch of why it should be Blu-ray.
Okay, this movie is relatively original.
Fair.
It looks beautiful.
That's true.
So why would you not want to own it on its highest or a very good resolution?
Right.
Not getting compressed over streaming.
True.
You will want to revisit it because the story is very, very good. And hey, you might want to show it to your son one day. Who's
I
getting
do
into
think
movies.
this is like a great, because there's nothing like horrible in this movie of like, oh, this is like an R-rated movie. So it's like when your son's 15,
yeah, you
like
totally,
a father-son movie. I
Yeah.
think Crime 101 is perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're getting sold on Blu-ray.
All right, it should be Blu-ray.
All right, go watch Crime 101 in theaters, but also buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out, which is crazy.
That's
I did not
crazy.
think that we
And
would
I
say
don't
that.
think. I think the quality of this movie lands at our second ranking here, but
I think
the
what it
memories
does,
and the potential for this movie in the future should be bought.
this could totally become one of those movies that becomes like a film bro movie to like, oh, go watch Crime 101.
Really?
You know, because here's what, like, I think you know how Nightcrawler is a little bit, or
Yeah.
Drive, like.
But I think those movies are like
They're a little more underground
and
feeling.
gritty.
Yeah, totally.
I think the fact that this movie has a happy ending
Yeah, that's
subtracts from this, not the value of the movie, but the value of like the film bro value.
I do think that some people could totally take on Chris Hemsworth's character as like a persona, like completely. Like,
Really?
Totally.
That's
Yes.
I don't know if I agree.
You
with
didn't
that.
want to get your hair shaved a little closer in, and you didn't want to wear all black after leaving the theater.
I mean, I did walk out like I was a freaking robber, and I was like, I'm like, nobody can touch me right now.
Nobody can touch me. I operated the highest efficiency. I think that it could. I'm not saying that it will. I think that this movie could live a little bit more in the streaming realm. Like, hey, this is a very good movie.
This is very good. Yeah,
It's on Netflix. Let's watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I think it could live in that realm for a little bit. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm high on it. So,
It's good.
yeah. What else we got coming up this week?
We are watching Sentimental Value in our little Oscars
Recap thing.
recap where we're reviewing all Best Picture nominees. So,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Sentimental Value, it is available for rent
Yes.
on any rentable thing you have.
Yeah. I don't think it's on streaming yet, but
no.
we'll double check that. So,
So yeah, Sentimental Value, Stellan Skarsgård, Elle Fanning. It's this might be wrong, Scandinavian movie.
You're gonna
Swedish movie, Swedish. Are they Swedes?
gonna leave you in that realm.
So
Have fun with that comment section.
yeah, please don't hate me.
But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I've heard it's really good.
I'm very excited.
So,
We
yeah.
both haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
I think all the Oscar ones that we've done have either been rewatches or one of us have seen.
Yeah, this one is neither of us have seen. So, yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be great. So, yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, excited to see you all. Take a break.
Enjoy the film.